Shalom, shalom, Israel. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. This is going to be probably a little short lesson. Just because certain stuff that I scroll through, man, I see and I get irritated with. I get very irritated with this dude here, man. With a lot of Jakes, man. Look at him. Look at him. Now this man know he's an Israelite. He know he's Jacob. He know where he come from. But yeah, he done got tied into that industry where Esau, Edom, has control over him. Now, the reason I bring this up, it irritated me when I saw the clip. Now, this video may not be that long. It made me very irritated when I saw this clip and when I see a lot of other clips. You may say, well, why would this get you irritated? This man is, he's rapping. He's trying to feed his family. First of all, he's pushing a bunch of bull crap to our people. I think personally, and I listen to rap and I get it. You may say, well, you got Kodak Black posted on your thing. Yeah, I listen to him. I grew up on this nonsense and madness. But it does not mean that it's not dangerous and poison to our people. So I have to call it out because the Spirit jumped on me to call it out. Why the Spirit jumped on me to call it out? Because I think rap is more poisoning than crack, cocaine, heroin, and any other drug you pushing out here to people. And like Kanye West said, the white man get paid off of all of that. So you look in that crowd, you may see 50,000 to 100,000 people. Let's just go 100,000. Because some of these guys, they sell out stadiums. Some of these people sell out stadiums. And I know a stadium could fit at the minimum 100,000 people. Now, we know these tickets ain't $100. We know some of the VIP tickets can go up to $2,000, $5,000. They can go up to a lot of money. But we just going to go off $100 a ticket and 100,000 people in attendance. And we get 10 million. So he's probably making whoever promoted it on the building 10 million. But they might give him 50,000 to 100,000. So we're going to subtract. Let's give him the benefit. Let's say they gave him 100,000. We're going to do the math. He just made somebody over $9 million. You get what I'm saying? It ain't none of that going to go to the so-called black community. Ain't nothing going to go to raising the people up, trying to better the people. It's probably going to go to some type of drugs that he used. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what this money is going to go to from this man. And this is where we go to the scriptures on him. And this is another reason Jake is lost. Jake is through. Jake is going to spend his money on cars, clothes, hoes, and probably some drugs or some drink or something he do not need. And this is why the scripture says this right here. We're going to go to Ecclesiasticus 14:3. It said, blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope of the Lord. Riches are not comely for a niggard. What's a niggard? A niggard is like a nigger. A nigga. Riches is not good for a nigga. That's what the scripture said. And people say, oh, nigga ain't in the Bible. Nigga is in the Bible. You think they just started calling us nigga? A nigger or whatever? No. And what should an envious man do with money? What an envious man is going to do with money is feed his flesh. Feed his wants and his needs. That's only going to destroy him. He that gathered by defrauding his own soul, gathered for others that shall spend his goods riotously. Why? Because he's gathering this for other people. It's $9 million plus left on the table. He gathering this by defrauding his own soul. These people sell their soul. It's a fact. Anytime you're dealing with the spiritual realm, blood sacrifices have to be made. I don't care what side you're dealing on. You're going to have to do some type of blood sacrifice. And that's what make these people convicted of selling their soul. That's not nothing they're going to show the public. But I'm going to tell the truth because I know the truth. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? That's the scripture I mentioned in the last video. He should not take pleasures in his good. Why? Because he that gathered by defrauding his own soul, gathered for others. Meaning he sold his soul, and most of the money this man is even making, it's not even for him. It's for others. And we're going to go to another scripture where the Bible is talking about that. We're going to go to 2 Corinthians 6 and 10. It says, as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, as poor. Meaning the Israelites, we always rejoicing, but yet is poor. Yet making many rich. Meaning we're making a lot of other nations rich, as having nothing and yet possessing all things. Meaning we possess a lot of things, a lot of talent, a lot of, spiritual things that have people to follow us. But we never benefit off of it. They never come and try to build some type of community. They never come and try to help us out to further our education or know who our people are. They're never doing that. These people, our so-called people, like I was saying, they get rich and they sit back and watch the poor suffer. Because all they do is make others rich. And they have nothing. When these people die, when these so-called celebrities or entertainers die, they die with nothing to pass down to their families. They die with nothing to pass down to their kids, mother, or anything. They don't have anything to pass down, literally. Nothing. They die broke, and I don't mean to bring people in here, but look at a DMX, a Fred Sanford, a Richard Pryor. You don't hear about these people having generational wealth. Why? Because as the scripture says, we're going to get 9. It says, as unknown and yet well known, as dying, and behold, we live, as chastening and not killed. As sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, meaning we always rejoicing. Oh, thank God that I'm just alive. Oh, thank God I got a roof over my head. But you poor, yet you making many rich. Who are you making rich? You're making a lot of the other nations rich. But you have nothing, as having nothing and yet possessing all things. You're blessed by the Lord, as a human, as a people we are. Because he put us on high. We're the most talented. We're the most sought after. Why do you think America was so rich? They didn't just come and get random people out of Africa. No, they went to go get the chosen people out of Africa. We're not from Africa, but when Esau, Edom came for us, you could read this in a book called Babylon, the Timbuktu. When Israel, the actual land, was getting sacked, that's where you get your sack from for football. When the enemies come after you and they sack you, they sack your country, they sack where you live at. That means they coming to destroy you or take over you. When they came to do that to us, a lot of us fled into Western Africa. Because if you look on a map of Israel, Western Africa is some place that we could walk to or travel to. In that book, Babylon Timbuktu, over 1 million, they tell you over 1 million black Jews fled into Africa. Why do we flee into Africa? Because you're going to go somewhere where people look like you. No, we wasn't African. But if you're on the run from the police, you're not going to flee to somewhere where everybody looks different from you. So we fled into Africa. And in that book, Babylon and Timbuktu, it'll tell you how we built civilizations. We built kingdoms in Africa to where the so-called Africans, which are called Hamites, was jealous of us. And with their jealousy, when the white man did come look for us years after that, he sold us for guns, for musket guns, and wine and spices, and etc. and other things. Why? Because, first of all, it was prophecy for it to happen. But second of all, they did not like us. So don't believe the hype when they say black people sold black people. No, Hamites sold Israelites. Though our skin most always probably going to be the same color from light brown to dark brown. Hamites, which are the Africans of today, because they come from a man named Ham. When Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. We come from Shem. They came from Ham. Not the same people. So Hamites sold Israelites, not black people sold black people. And we was located in the west coast of Africa. And when they came to get us, the so-called Hamites gave us up. And the rest is what you know as history. Okay?